Greetings, sweet jelly bean. Welcome to Shamanic Awakening, where we sing, dance, laugh, cry, fart, stink, play video games, make beats, smoke weed, channel messages for the collective. So if it resonates with you, my friend, you know what to do. Get up in them comments, drop a like, share, subscribe, hit that bell to be notified. But most importantly, my friend, and I cannot stress this enough, do not fight the vibe if it feels right. There's going to be another ritual for clearing the energies and setting the intention for the next reading. So we're going to shuffle our cards 3 times, each deck 3 times. And I just want to talk about like the pros and cons of Cartomancy. And this is totally like my opinion, and I am no expert at anything. In fact, I pretty much just wing it all the time at everything I do, and stuff just kind of works out for me. And if it doesn't, well, then I know that that's not for me. But so this is how I utilize the tarot and oracle cards for the best. So some of the pros for Cartomancy are that basically the cards reflect our inner world and experiences. So you can get a lot of like insight on your inner world if you allow, and if you're open and receptive to that kind of information, you feel me? You can gain clarity on certain situations or challenges. It can really teach you about trusting your inner knowing and what resonates with you, like on a soul level. It can help you tap into psychic gifts and abilities and strengthen and decalcify your pineal gland, aka the third eye. Okay, it can provide insight that can be utilized to enact free will and change directions if you seem to be going down a slippery slope, you feel me? On the other hand, some of the cons, I hope I'm doing 3. I think I'm doing 3. I'm kind of trying to keep count how many times I shuffle. Some of the cons. So cons, people. People can be kind of manipulative. But first things first, let me just say something. Like, if you're in a dark place, mentally, spiritually, or emotionally, like, please pause this video right now. Save it to your watch later list. Okay? And seek professional help, my friend. At the very least, like, get a hold of a trusted friend or family member and just tell them what you're going through and feeling like, because trust me, man, getting it out of your system and your mind can work tremendously in your favor, in your energetic favor. Okay. But yeah, so something you got to be aware of when you start to dip into this kind of stuff is that you're opening the door to your energy. Okay, you're basically making your energy, your mentality, and your spirit vulnerable to whoever's reading. You're giving them a lot of power. You're giving them a lot of responsibility. So choose wisely. Use discernment when you're, if you ever go like for a personal reading, like just make sure that this person is not going to, take advantage of your vulnerability, because it can become a crutch and people forget that they have to take practical steps, and implement the guidance. And in some serious cases, it can lead to like psychosis. And I've seen it. I've actually seen people like in real time going through this, and I'm just like, yo, this person needs help. But yeah, you definitely really want to use your discernment when you choose who you're going to give that kind of responsibility to. Because some people really don't know what they're doing. You know, they're just creating the illusion that they're predicting your future, you know, and they don't grasp the energetic entanglement that occurs when you let someone into your energetic field. If you start to depend too much on it, it can become like a block to really find your inner peace. So protect your energy, y'all. Don't let no random riffraffs in a tent at a carnival into your energetic field, you feel me? Like, you gotta choose wisely. But yeah, ultimately, dude, in the end, like, I see that the people that get the most benefit from this are the people who actually believe that, you know, the universe, God, your higher self, your inner knowing, your guides, your ancestors, the God of your understanding, basically. You know, the divine source that's larger, you know, a larger source outside of you, will provide the guidance to you and speak to you and through you if you are receptive to it. Because we're all on this planet having a human experience, and we're just spirits. We're just souls having a human experience, and what we're trying to do is evolve. We're here to accomplish some kind of evolution, and sometimes we need that guidance, you know what I mean? And if you're open, you're receptive to it, that's when I feel like the guidance will, you know, be effective. So you got to be a little bit crazy, basically, okay? But like at the same time, be grounded in your beliefs. But ultimately, your reality is determined by your interpretation. So feed your mind healthy thoughts. And if you ever start drifting down a dark, lonely road, I'll be here for you, my friend, with only the best intentions, with these channeled messages for the highest good of all. And on that note, we're going to roll the dice here and we're going to get a topic for, we're going to choose a spread. We're going to choose the right spread here. And we're going to use the Labyrinthos or the Emerald Lotus divination website, which are in the description box. This is our map of consciousness, y'all. It's good to check in and see where you're at. All right, thank you, Spirit, for this beautiful soul tribe. Can you get a topic for our next reading? So we got Cancer in the 7th house of Mars. I believe that's Mars. Yes, this is Mars. So Mars has to do with our ambition, the actions we take, our passion, our assertion. We got Cancer, which has to do with our, like, where we feel the most familiar, like family. And the 7th house has to do with relationships, contracts, partnerships, relatives. So this is a family. This is about family, y'all. This is big family energy right here. So let's go ahead and see if we can find a spread that matches this. So I guess our pre-game shuffles are going to be like 10 minutes long, but hopefully I can provide some kind of, you know, value in these. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to dive more into the tarot as we go along here. The next video, I'll probably talk about the way that the decks are typically formatted. Talk about the elements, the court cards, the major arcanas, the minor arcanas. But for now, I just wanted to kind of talk about like the best way to utilize it. You know what I mean? So hopefully you found that helpful in some way, shape, or form. So something that jumped right out at me was improving the way we accept love. Let's take a look at this. That's perfect. 6 cards. That's my jam. All right, so we're going to go ahead and go with that. Improving the way we accept love. I'm feeling good about this. And on that note, my friends, I'm going to go ahead and put the next video right here in this area. So you can just click on that and it'll take you right to the reading. Don't forget to hit that subscribe, like, share it with your friends, drop a comment, please. I love talking to y'all. So on that note, namaste stellar. I'll see you in the reading. Bye.